I'm over at the Starseed Astrology blog. It's fabulous. I want you to come over here and take a look. Now, this is how astrology should be related to people. It is so awesome because what it does is it glorifies the Creator, which astrology was basically meant to do. Yesterday, I heard something on the radio, and I just stopped in my tracks. There was a very well-known pastor, preacher, minister, and he was talking. And then he said something. He said, well, I've investigated astrology. And he said, oh, there's so much more to it than you could ever imagine. He said astrology was basically godly, and there is very deep meaning to it. The zodiac, the planets, their alignments. And then he said, oh, but you don't have to worry about that. He said, forget I even said that. He said, don't concern yourself with that. Don't get involved with that. Oh, that made me so mad. And then he went on to preach some trivial crap that people didn't need. So we need to learn everything how it's supposed to be from the beginning. So I'm over at this blog, and it's a fabulous blog. It would make you feel so good. It would raise your spirits if you come over here. I'll give you a real quick outline. He starts off talking about Mars retrograde, the beginning of ascension. And he says that's all about service and how we are going to better ourselves and we're going to grow. And then he talks about the world stage. And then he says that there will be unrest, revolt, open aggression from working class people. Well, why is that? Because the elite and those in charge have left millions working for nothing with outright security or hope. We all know that. We're sick and tired of it. So there's going to be a very big change, explosive situations, greater awareness people are going to have, and they are going to be standing up against this corrupt system. Then he talks about spring victories. Now this is all personal. I just did that other astrology video. This is personal. This is meant for you personally. He talks about springtime victories, working class alliances, wonderful victories to benefit people in general and the social order. And then there's going to be a new social order. And this will come about because the Mars transit is people empowering it, and it will amplify the unity consciousness and revolutionary force that is Uranus and Aries. Then he talks about personal impacts. The conscious Earth citizen needs to be aware that transitions, promotions, firings, lateral moves, and the need to accept entirely new forms of service will all play a part of this Mars transit. And he goes on to say, don't fear it. Welcome it. You're changing. Now is the time for action. And then he talks about prolific scientific achievements that are going to spring forth and be very beneficial for our health. Sacred labor. A lot of people don't know what they should be doing. They don't like what they're doing, and they're going to be going through a lot of changes, and they're going to be presented with opportunities to realign themselves in service and understand the basics of what labor, skill, and service is all about. Then he talks about the virtues of Virgo, and this is related to your service having a spiritual aspect of it. Now this is all related to the Mars retrograde phase. And then it gets into ascended health. And this is awesome because people are going to realize that the one, the source, the creator, has put natural remedies on the earth for us to use. I've been getting into this lately. I've prayed about it. I was led specifically to a certain plant, and that plant, the leaves have changed my life. It's just the common sage plant. So people are going to become more aware of that. And then he gets into Regulus in Revelation. This is so wonderful. He talks about the parasitic systems that have sucked the life out of us and the planet, and they are going to be completely blighted off of the world. They're going to be gone. And the Earth's citizens need to realize this, and need to realize that the New Jerusalem and the holy city of heaven, the bride of the Lord, will soon be established on the earth forever. The new paradigm of service. And he talks about the coming kingdom and how people will be working. This is so true. I had a vision recently of my very famous uncle who passed away. I saw him on the other side. He was so busy and he was working. The vision took me by surprise. But we're all going to have work to do. It's going to be work that we absolutely love. And then he talks about methods for the seekers. He presents a prayer and he tells you how to set goals. It's so easy, so simple. What he suggests, it's really awesome. He talks about the house of Virgo and Egyptian alchemy. The path of ascension involves purification before we become more divine. Astrology as it's meant to be.